Have you ever felt like AI is supposed to make creating easier, but somehow you end up spending more time managing tools than actually creating? One tab is generating images, another is writing prompts, another is storing references, and before long, you're surrounded by browser windows, random files, and half-finished ideas. Every new change means starting another conversation, uploading the same assets again, and trying to remember which prompt gave you the result you actually liked. That's exactly why I wanted to try Pippit Creative Agent Canvas. Instead of giving me another AI chat window, it gives me a workspace where ideas, conversations, references, assets, and generations all stay connected from the beginning of the project to the final result. The goal isn't just generating content, it's helping you think, organize, create, edit, and improve everything inside one continuous workflow. To really test that idea, I decided to build a cinematic travel commercial for a mountain destination. Normally, I'd be switching between image generators, video tools, note-taking apps, folders full of references, and an editor. This time, I wanted to see how much of that process could stay inside one workspace. Everything starts by opening Creative Agent Canvas. Instead of a blank prompt box, I immediately have an infinite canvas where every idea becomes part of the same project. On one side, I continue chatting with the AI, while on the other side, every generated asset automatically appears as a visual node. Nothing disappears into chat history, and I never lose track of how the project evolves. I begin by describing the commercial I want to create. Instead of immediately generating random images, the creative agent first helps organize the creative direction. It suggests a visual style, breaks down the concept, and starts building the project step by step. It feels much more like brainstorming with another creator than simply asking AI to generate something. As the first references appear, the canvas starts filling itself automatically. Images, storyboard ideas, text documents, and later videos all become connected nodes. Rather than opening folders to search for files, I can immediately see how every asset relates to the project. Keeping everything consistent is surprisingly easy because every asset already exists inside the workspace. Whenever I need to reuse something, I simply reference it with @ and the creative agent immediately understands what I'm talking about. I don't need to upload the same files again or explain the project from the beginning because the entire creative context is already there. As the project grows, I also start using parallel conversations. One chat develops the environment, another explores different visual styles, while another focuses on refining the commercial itself. Since every conversation shares the same canvas, everything stays connected instead of becoming isolated ideas spread across multiple chat windows. The more I work, the more the canvas starts feeling less like an AI interface and more like a real production board. Every new generation, every reference, and every creative decision becomes part of the same evolving project instead of another disconnected AI result. Now that the creative foundation is finished, I can start refining everything without leaving the canvas. Instead of exporting assets into another editor, every image and video remains part of the same project, so I can keep improving the commercial while preserving all of the context I've already built. One feature I use almost immediately is reverse prompt. Whenever I generate an image with a style I really like, Pippit can analyze it and reconstruct the original prompt. That makes it incredibly easy to reuse successful ideas throughout the project instead of trying to recreate them from memory. I also experiment with smart lighting and camera adjustment. Rather than generating dozens of new images hoping for a better result, I simply adjust the lighting, change the mood, reposition the camera, or create a wider cinematic composition while keeping the original scene intact. Those small changes make the commercial feel much more polished without forcing me to start over. For one landscape shot, I use panorama generation to expand the environment beyond the original frame. Instead of creating another unrelated image, I can explore the same location from different perspectives and capture a completely new angle that fits naturally into the commercial. As more assets appear, organization becomes just as important as generation. Instead of filling my desktop with folders, Pippit automatically keeps everything inside the same workspace. I group related assets together, reopen previous versions through the generation history, and quickly locate any image or video I need without breaking my creative flow. What I appreciate most is that editing feels like a natural continuation of generation. Whether I'm improving an image, replacing a shot, combining several assets into one composition, or refining earlier ideas, everything happens inside the same canvas. I never have to stop, export files, or rebuild the project somewhere else. By the time I generate the finished commercial, the biggest difference becomes obvious. I haven't spent the afternoon managing prompts or organizing files. I've spent it developing one continuous creative project where brainstorming, planning, generation, editing, and refinement all happen together. After using Pippit Creative Agent Canvas, I don't think its biggest advantage is simply generating AI content. It's creating a workspace where every idea stays connected, every asset remains organized, and every creative decision builds naturally on the last one. Instead of constantly starting over, I simply keep creating. For larger creative projects, that feels much closer to working with a creative partner than using another AI tool. If you'd like to see how Creative Agent Canvas fits into your own workflow, you can try Pippit using the link in the description, and let me know in the comments what kind of project you'd build first using this workflow.